Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. Today I'm going to have a quick chat about gluten because there's been a massive surge in gluten-free foods recently, and most people who buy them say that they believe them to be healthier and better for them, okay? So just to explain, gluten is a completely natural substance that's found in the grains wheat, barley and rye. So gluten therefore is in things like bread and pasta and cereals, cakes, biscuits and lots of other foods as well. So the first thing that I want to get across about gluten is that there's nothing specifically bad about it. Yes, about 1% of the population have something called celiac disease, and for those people gluten can be very harmful. But for the rest of us, it shouldn't really be a big issue. Now, having said that, there's definitely a growing number of people who seem to be maybe sensitive towards foods that have gluten, and they maybe experience some discomfort after eating things like bread especially. But in my own personal experience and my experience with different clients as well, most people can completely resolve those issues, or at least improve them greatly, just by improving the overall quality of their diet, maybe eating a bit less of things like bread, or just eating better quality bread when they do eat it. Okay, so that's the first thing about gluten, that going completely gluten-free is usually not necessary, and you should always investigate fully before you decide to cut something completely out of your diet. Now, the second thing about gluten, and the most important thing, is that gluten-free does not mean healthy, okay? So, for example, this bowl of sugar here and this head of broccoli are both 100% gluten-free, but obviously one of them is much better for me than the other. I have a blog post coming up in the next couple of weeks about 5 things to be aware of in the health food store or aisle, and gluten-free products are number 1 on that list, because gluten-free just means there's no gluten in that food, but what's much more important than what's not in our food is what actually is in our food, and some of the gluten-free products out there are very questionable. So as always, read the label and know what you're eating. Thanks for watching. See you next week.